we'll start in our seated position if that's okay with you. Now, just so you know, you're welcome to do this. It is chair yoga, right? But you are welcome to do this any way that feels safe, comfortable, beneficial to you. Maybe if you want to, you can even lie it down. Some people who are a little bit less mobile can do it from the bed. I mean, the poses I teach are for the chair, but they can pretty much be done anyway, with a little modification to it. So just knowing that, showing up however you are, and that is okay. But if it is you today, we will start seated in the chair with the spine long and tall, crown to the ceiling, but chin being parallel to the floor. Feet are flat on the floor if that's you. Toes are pointed forward, and feet are parallel with each other and not splayed inward or outward. And because we are sitting, let's see if we can really make them be parallel. So as if you had like a yoga mat or lines on the floor, they're lined up straight. Seeing if you could force your feet to do that, if that's safe for you, right? You want your feet forward, parallel with each other. Because if you're like me, you sit with them splayed out or splayed in, maybe. But seeing that our balance is a little less of a concern in the chair, we can finagle that. And feel free to close the eyes if that feels okay, or even if not, just softening that gaze, which means just not really focusing on anything. So I'm not going to do any movements. There's no need to watch me right now. So softening gaze or letting those eyes close. Seeing how that feels, noticing the body. Maybe you're holding stress somewhere. Maybe you can release it. Maybe you're just noticing it. And just knowing there's no pressure to be a certain way in this class. There's no pressure to do anything a certain way. I will guide you. I will give you options, but this is your class. So it's up to you what feels right, what doesn't feel right, you can leave. We'll start, we'll take a nice big inhale into the belly, feeling the belly rise and expand like a balloon. And on the exhale, belly deflates, navel goes to spine, all air comes out. And you can continue, inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls, all air comes out. Navel goes towards spine. And keep going at your own pace to your own breath. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls, and doing a few more of those. At your own pace to your own breath. And we'll let that breath grow and blossom into the ribs, into the side body. So inhale, ribs will expand. And on the exhale, ribs come back together, all air comes out. And just picture the breath going there in your mind's eye. If you feel like you're having trouble isolating it, you're probably not. You're doing it right. Inhale, ribs expand into that side body. Picture those ribs expanding, coming apart like an accordion. Exhale, ribs come back to midline, coming back together. And go ahead and continue that at your own pace, your breath a few more times. Inhale into that rib cage. And then exhale, air out. We'll let that breath grow and blossom into the chest, into the heart. Inhale, slight rise of the collarbone. Exhale, slight fall. Once again, picture that breath going there in your mind's eye. Inhaling into the chest, into the heart. And we'll bring those three breaths together. So we'll inhale into the belly, then the ribs, and the heart. So it'll be a little bit into the belly, a little bit into the ribs, a little bit into the heart. And then we'll do it backwards. Exhale from the heart, and then the ribs, and then the belly. So inhale, belly, ribs, heart. Exhale, heart, ribs, belly. It's our three-part breath. So like before, just picture it going there in your mind's eye. Picture the breath going into the belly, into the ribs expanding, into the heart, collarbone lifts. Exhale, collarbone comes down, ribs come back together, belly deflates. And if you want to count, you can count 2, 1, 2 in the belly, 3, 4 in the ribs, 5, 6 into the heart at your own pace. And whenever your next inhale comes, go ahead and take that inhale. And we'll exhale. Just bring your left ear towards your left shoulder, nice and gentle, side stretch in the neck, nice and gentle. Breathing. Inhale up, exhale, other side. Inhale up, exhale, chin towards armpit. So forward and off to the side a little bit. Nice and gentle. We're not forcing, we don't want to force anything in the neck. And when you're ready, inhale up, exhale the side. And inhale up, exhale like you're looking over your shoulder, trying to see something behind you. And inhale back, exhale other side. And inhale back, relax. Perfect. Now let's take some shoulder rolls. So we'll do this to the breath. So we'll inhale up and back and exhale down. Inhale, shoulders up and back and exhale down. And go ahead, do that at your own pace, your own breath. So nice and slow today. And see if you can find that full range of motion. So maybe your circles are really big today, maybe they're really small, maybe they're somewhere in between. Maybe one of your shoulders does not want to do this, that's okay. You can use only one. So we're doing this to what our body needs today, what our body wants to do. So we're all not going to look the same. Inhaling up and back, exhale down, nice and gentle. Now we'll do one at a time like we're doing the backstroke. So inhale up and back, same thing. Exhale down. If you want to move the arm a little, you can, if that feels good. Or just isolating the shoulders, whatever feels good. And whenever you're ready, you can let that be still. We're gonna get the wrists moving. So just circling wrists, and maybe those fingers can move at the same time. Get those snap, crackle, pops out. You guys are on mute, so I can't hear who has the loudest. And reverse. And you can make a fist and starburst. And we'll give a little palm up, a nice little gentle stretch, nice and gentle. And flip it over. And switch. And flip. And shake them out. Beautiful. All right, let's get our feet moving. So if they come off the ground, if your feet come off the floor, pick them up. If they do not come off the floor, you may leave them there. And what we'll do is we'll circle ankles, toes towards each other. So if these are your feet, toes towards each other, just moving. And moving them however which way they go. What I like to tell people here is just close your eyes and picture the most perfect, the biggest, most delicious circles you could see. Your ankles have all the mobility in the world. They're perfect. Close your eyes and just picture them. Then reverse. And then you can point your toes towards me and then towards you. So back and forth, pointing and flexing. And windshield wipers. Back and forth. And then we'll let those come to the ground if they're not already there. So what we'll do now is if it's going to come a little bit forward in the chair, if that's safe for you, digging your heels into the floor and your legs are as straight as they comfortably can be. And we don't want to lock the knees, but we want our legs as straight as they can be. Now, if that's too much, too tight for you, you can always keep as much of a bend in the knees as you would like. And if you're forward in the chair and you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel safe, please hold on to the chair. If you have arms, hold on to the arms or at the seat of the chair. We don't want anyone sliding out. So legs are as straight as they can be. Heels are digging into the floor. Now, if this is good enough and you feel it behind the legs and the hamstrings, stay right here. And then you're in your stretch, you're in your pose. If you want a little bit more, you could take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, we can come forward with that flat back, bending, hinging at the hips, sliding the hands either down the legs or holding onto the chair until you feel it where you want. So we're just coming with a flat back. We're still kind of in a way looking forward because our neck is still in line with the spine. We don't have to look forward, but we want our neck still in line with the spine. So we're not curving anything. We're nice and straight in the back. And breathing. And coming to wherever you get to. Wherever you get to is acceptable. And whenever you're ready to inhale, we're going to come on up. Exhale, relax. And come on and bring the feet back. Back to our seated mountain. We'll do a little bit more for the feet. So what we'll do here is we're sitting in our seated mountain. We're going to come up on our tippy toes and then on our heels. I know you can't see my feet, and I'm sorry, I don't have enough room to do it. But tippy toes, so it's like tippy toes and then heel, right? I don't know, they're probably not that flexible, but they're tippy toes and heel. Yeah. And you can let that be still. Beautiful. So now, as if we were going to hug a big tree, maybe it's a big tree trunk or one of those yoga balls. We're going to take a nice big inhale. Then we're going to exhale. We're going to come forward, round the spine. Now, round the spine only if that feels good for you. Rounding the spine. Come forward like you're giving a big hug. Maybe like I said, one of those big exercise balls. Good. And then on the inhale, we're going to inhale, open the heart, open the arms. Look up if it feels good for you. A little bit of a back bend. Just going back as far as it feels good for you. Exhale forward, around the spine, hug the big exercise ball or tree trunk. If you might be a tree hugger, so that's okay. That's why I offer the tree. And exhale, come on up. Good, keep going. I'm sorry. Exhale down, inhale up. My bad. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, hug the tree. Go ahead and do 2 more at your own pace, your own breath. Good, and when you come on up, whenever you're ready, we'll meet sitting in our mountain. Inhale, arms up. And exhale over to your left. Taking a little bit of a twist, belly, ribs, and heart follow. And then we'll inhale all the way up. Exhale, twisting to the right. So we're twisting, starting with the belly, ribs, and heart follow. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Keep going. A little twisty flow. And only twisting to where it feels good for you, right? And do it at your own pace, to your own breath. You don't have to be in sync with me. That's okay. We all have different lung capacity, different breath. It's all good. Let's do 1 more on each side. And then we'll come back and meet in the middle. Good. Bringing our hands to the left, we're going to stir the pot nice and gentle. So not even very exaggerated today, really small today, really small. We're not even going to move forward in the chair, it's really small. And reverse. Good. And we'll let that be still. Bringing the feet apart. So maybe wider than the legs of the chair. We're all going to have a different chair here. So depending, maybe the legs of the chair, maybe wider. About this much. Whatever feels good for you. And toes are kind of pointing out a little bit today. So we'll do a few poses this way, a couple poses this way. We'll start with our chair triangle. So first we'll take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, the back of the left hand is going to come into the inside of that left leg, somewhere between the floor and the knee, wherever that goes. And we're going to look up at the right palm. I'm looking at you, but you guys are looking at the right palm. And you're breathing. So and if your shoulders are tired or achy or ouchy today, you can always bring the hand to the hip. That's fine. And you're breathing. So chair triangle. Whenever you're ready to inhale, we'll come on up. We're gonna exhale other side, so back up, same thing, back of right hand inside of right leg, coming anywhere from the floor to the knee, anywhere in between. Exhale, look up at left palm. Now, if you don't want to look at the left palm, if the neck doesn't feel like it wants to do that, it's okay, keeping that head wherever it feels good for you. I'm just telling you that I'm gonna look at the screen, so I just didn't want you to think I was changing my mind. And once again, hand on hip if shoulder is cranky. And you are breathing. Beautiful. And whenever you're ready, you can inhale up. Exhale, relax. And we're going to do a little bit of a reverse triangle, revolving triangle. So I'm not sure if we've done this before. I don't recall. So I'll just explain a little bit. It's almost the same thing. It's just opposite hand to opposite leg. So we'll start with left palm to right leg. So like I said, anywhere from the floor, your knee, or even this one, you might come up even a little bit higher than the knee. So nice big inhale. Exhale, left palm to right leg, then left arm, either you can bring it up and look at it, or you can bring the hand to the hip for this one, because sometimes this one's a little more awkward. Okay. So whatever feels good for you. This one doesn't have to be exaggerated. You can bring the hand to the thigh even. Whatever feels good. We're all going to be different here. Whatever feels good for you. And we'll inhale up and we'll exhale the other side. So right palm, left leg, left arm either up or on hip. You can bring this hand anywhere from the floor, anywhere up that leg, maybe even resting on the thigh, depending on how you're feeling today. Breathing. Good. And whenever you're ready, inhale up and exhale, relax. We'll inhale, arms up into goddess. Good. And you can stay here for a minute and breathe. And what we'll do is see if you can turn your feet out even more. So splitting out. So if your feet, one foot can come more over to the right, one over to the left. So really splitting those feet out. So our goddess pose. Nice big inhale. And exhale, just coming forward at the waist, at the hips rather. Coming forward. And then we'll inhale up. Good. And exhale down. We're going to go with a little flow here. Inhaling up and exhaling down. See if we can keep our arms straight. So I notice when I come forward, my arms do something else, right? See if we can keep them in the goddess. Just trying to. And you can let it be still after your next one. Shake it out. You got your shaky stuff. So I just wanted to share something with you. I had the opportunity this weekend, this Thursday, I guess, to meet a young, freshly trained yoga teacher. Very new teacher. He was very nice, very nice guy. And I said, oh, I teach chair yoga, and that didn't even go in, that didn't even compute in his head. He had no idea. He's like, what the heck is chair yoga? So, I showed him a couple of things. I said, well, we do regular yoga poses. We just, some people can't get up on and off the ground, or they have balance that isn't really accessible for them to just stand on their own without a little help from a chair. For years, I went to yoga, and I used the wall, right? I would go to yoga regular classes and always get by the wall. And if I couldn't get by the wall, I would actually leave, because I was like, I don't know what else to do. And my balance was terrible. But anyway, so and I could see that, some people think it's less than. They think, they picture their grandmother, doing nothing, like sitting in a chair and just sitting like this, maybe even a meditation. So I said, it's the same as yoga. And I said, I like to think, let's think of the chair as our throne, right? So we're queens and kings, and it's our throne, right? It's not less than. We're even more powerful with the chair, right? We could do more poses. And I really got to explain to him. So I think he left there thinking like something else that he wasn't. I'm not sure if I'm explaining this right. It's early for me. I went to bed late, but I think he walked away thinking, like when I said chair yoga, I think he thought less than, but I think he walked away thinking something different. So if you do have to explain chair yoga to anyone, tell them that your chair is your throne. All right. That's what I want you to take from that. The throne. All right. There we go. Maybe next week we can bedazzle all of our chairs and they look like thrones. Okay. All right. Let's do a little tree with that. So we will start with our left leg and cross it over the right and see if we can engage the bottoms of, this might be enough of a pose, right? See if we can engage the bottoms of both feet on the floor. So they're crossed over and both feet are flat on the floor. Now that might not be possible. We're just gonna get as close to that as we possibly can, right? So it might take a little finagling, a little wiggling, a little moving around, right? So both feet are flat on the floor. Left leg is crossed over right, palms together in front of the heart. Now, if it's safe and you feel okay, close your eyes here. I want you to close your eyes here. Let's take a nice big deep breath together. And a nice long exhale. And on the next inhale, we're going to form our branches. So taking your arms and making any kind, and I want your eyes to be closed here, so I don't want you to even see it. And moving your arms into whatever you feel like your branches are going to look like today. Whatever your branches are going to look like. And they can look any way they want. They can even be windy if you want. They can be covered with snow and hanging. They can have leaves fall. I'm trying to change seasons real bad. I don't like the heat. They can have leaves falling. So whatever your branches look like, and your eyes are closed, and go ahead and just picture your tree. So maybe you have a specific favorite tree you want to picture. Maybe you have a favorite kind of tree. So whatever kind of tree you are, just picturing that tree. You're beautiful. So you have these roots growing from the bottoms of your feet. You're grounded, you're rooted. You have your branches, your trunk is nice and long and tall. You're breathing. You are a beautiful tree, strong, majestic, blooming. Maybe your flowers are blooming, maybe they've already bloomed. Good, and whenever you're ready for your next inhale, you can inhale all the way as high as you can above the head. Exhale down the middle. And you may open your eyes if you would like, or you could just switch the feet with the eyes closed. So we're going to switch feet. So right leg will be on top of left. Both feet, we're trying to see if we can engage the bottoms of both feet on the floor. We want to be able to grow our roots as best we can. And whenever you're ready, nice big inhale, branches. And maybe a different tree this time if you want. You don't have to, but see what other kind of tree you can be. See what other kind of tree you can be. And you're breathing and your eyes closed if that feels good. Finding your branches. What kind of tree are you? Feeling those roots growing from the bottoms of your feet into the earth, grounded, rooted, beautiful, tall tree. Blooming. Maybe you have fruit on you. And whenever you're ready for an inhale, we're going to inhale high up above the head as far as we can go, palms together, and exhaling down the middle. Good, beautiful. So keeping those feet where they are. So right leg on top of left, feet flat on the floor. We're going to take our left hand and bring it on top of the shoulder and then cross over with the right. So left, oh, I'm sorry, other side. Right leg's on top, left arm is on top. We gotta do opposites, I'm sorry. I'm trying to lie about my left and my right, so it gets a little confusing, right? There we go. So left arm on top, right leg on top. And we'll inhale, lift. And exhale down. So this is our modified eagle. You can keep going. Now, if you keep going, inhale up and exhale down. Now, if you have a lot more flexibility in the arms, you could take that right elbow crook and bring it into that left arm and wrap your hands or bring the back of the hands together. So that's up to you if you want to do a regular kind of eagle there. I'm going to stay here for the sake of everyone else, but if you want to kick it up a notch, feel free. I'll do one more. Perfect. Now we're going to switch everything. So left leg on top, right arm on top. I didn't do that quick, so I don't mess that up. All right, we got it. Opposite arm and opposite leg. So that's how we know we're doing it right. And once again, if you want to kick it up, you can bring that left elbow into that right arm and wrap. For some reason, this side doesn't like to do that. And you'll notice that our sides are not the same. And we'll inhale up and exhale down. And keep going, inhaling up, exhaling down, still look at the time. Good. And we can come on down and shake it all your shaky stuff, shake it all. All right, beautiful, I love it. Okay, I'll do a couple more. So if your left ankle comes above your right knee, we're gonna go ahead and just do that if that works for you. If that is not for you, you can cross ankle over ankle, ankle over shin, or maybe you get up here and you're like, oh, that's a bit much. Straighten out that right leg and it'll be a little bit easier here. We just want to make sure we protect our knees and we don't want to overextend our hips here. So wherever you get is absolutely fine. Whatever you get is absolutely fine. So you're here, and maybe this is enough. Maybe you feel it in that left hip, that left thigh, and you can stay right here. You can close the eyes, breathe, or maybe you take a nice big inhale and you want to come a little forward with that flat back until you feel more of that stretch. So whatever feels good for you here. You want to feel the stretch in that left hip, that left thigh. And while we're here, every time we exhale, let's think of something to let go of. So it said that we hold emotions, traumas in our hips, right? So let's let something go. Let's think of something you want to let go of. On every exhale, what do you want to let go of? I'm not telling you to let it go. I'm just saying, want to let it go, and maybe it will go. Saying let it go is just like insulting sometimes, right? Let it go. What? I can't. But want to let it go. Want to. What are the things you want to let go of? Maybe they're small. Maybe your coffee was cold this morning. Or maybe it's something bigger than that. Maybe you didn't even have your coffee yet. That's hard to let go of. Every exhale. What is there to let go of today? What don't we need? What are we holding on that we don't need? Whenever you're ready to inhale, you come on up. And exhale, help that leg down. And we'll go ahead and do the other side. So right above left knee, or once again, you can start either crossing over ankle, crossing over at the shin, or maybe it comes up here and you want to stretch that opposite leg out, and notice those sides are not the same. So getting wherever it feels okay for you. And noticing those sides are not the same, right? One hip might be a little tighter, one knee might be a little crankier. And that's okay. So maybe you want to stay right here, and that's enough of a stretch, and you feel that here. Or maybe you want a little more. You can take a nice big inhale, exhale, and come forward to where that stretch feels good for you. And just noticing the difference. Like I noticed that I don't go as forward on this side as the other side. Just noticing. So we don't want to attach a judgment to it. We don't want to attach a story to it. We just want to notice. And on every exhale, let's see, what are we holding on to that we don't need? Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. See what we can move. Try to let go, want to let go, or even let go of. What are we holding? Every exhale, let something go. Or think of something you want to let go. And whenever you're ready to inhale, you can come on up. Exhale out that way. Make nice. I don't think we made nice on the other side. I was trying to play with my music there. So make nice on both sides. You missed a nice side here. Yeah. Get them all. There we go. Perfect. All right, my favorite. Gratitude received. Right? Yay. So we all want or need something, right? Hopefully more wants than needs. Or maybe it's for someone else. So what we'll do is we'll ask. Well, on the inhale, we will look up to the sky. We'll open our heart, our arms. We'll look up to the sky, to heaven, the universe. Ask for something we want or need. On the exhale, we'll bring our palms together in front of our heart, bow forward, and express gratitude for something that we already have. Okay, there's really not too many rules about what you ask for. It doesn't really matter. It could be the same thing 5 times, 5 different things. It doesn't have to be for you. It can seem what we will call frivolous or materialistic. None of that matters. None of that matters. But gratitude, 5 different things you're grateful for, okay? 5 different things you're grateful for. We will start together and we will probably not finish together, and that's okay. So when you are ready, we'll be either with palms together in front of the heart, or you can have palms open on your lap for more receiving. That'll be up to you, okay? Palms together in front of the heart. Just start. Let's take a nice big inhale together. And a nice long exhale. And then our next inhale will start. What do you want? What do you need today? Receive it. And whenever you're ready to exhale, palms together, bow forward. What are you grateful for? And continue 4 more times at your own pace, to your own breath, receiving and gratitude. And if you do one extra, that's okay. We get caught up. Otherwise, we'll just meet. And what we'll do here is we'll close those eyes or soften that gaze and visualizing, what were you asking for? So what would it look like? What would it be like? What would it feel like as if it were? And really seeing it. So what would other people involved feel like? Is there something that you're wearing? Is there a smell attached? What's the place? So really, really seeing that, really seeing these things as vividly as you can. What would it be like? What would it be like? As if it were. Just holding on to that for about 20 more seconds, holding on to that manifestation, to that visualization. What would it be like? Beautiful. May all our wants and needs be manifested. So without moving, or maybe with moving, go ahead and find the most comfortable position you can. Whatever that means for you. I'll give you all a minute. Some people want to lay down or change positions, change chairs, change couches, lay on the floor, lay on the couch, lay in the bed, whatever. Oh, we got a nice little pillow action going.
You know it.
All right. And we can close the eyes or soften the gaze. Finding that little place in your head where the thoughts come in. Let's see if we can make it a little bit small. And I know those thoughts are pesky. They might come in anyway. And that's okay. We'll let them pass like passing clouds, like passing traffic. No story, no judgments. Let's see if we can just picture our hair starting to relax. So your hair, your crown of your head, starting to relax. And let the relaxation just flowing down the forehead, and the back of the head, the sides, on your ear, flowing down your eyebrows and your eyes. Oh. Cheeks, lips, jaw, chin. Front and back of your neck's relaxing. Sides of the neck. Going down your shoulders. Down your arms. Relaxing down the arms to the wrists, to the hands, to the fingers. Relaxing upper back, chest, ribs, lower back, belly, hips, pelvis, rear. Your torso's relaxing. Front and back thighs, knees behind the knees, shins, calves, feet, toes relaxing. So your body's feeling relaxed, heavy, warm, safe, nowhere to go, nothing to do. Mind is in the moment, in the moment of relaxation. And if it starts to wander, if you start thinking about the grocery list, just bring it back. Those thoughts will be there later. You won't forget, they'll be there. Let them pass. Acknowledge that they're there, just let them pass. We don't want to ever ignore things that come up. We just want to let them pass. The mind wanders, but Start to come back. Maybe wherever your meditation took you, maybe it took nice and slow. Maybe starting to move your fingers. Maybe moving your head side to side with your body. Or maybe you want to the stretch. You just woke up. Oh, you're refreshed. And we will meet with the palms together. And we say the light in me honors that in each of you. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Michelle.
Michelle.
Namaste. Bye.
Bye. Have a great day.